What's going on, everyone? Welcome back. Today, I'm going to be showcasing the team that I used to get to the expert rank this season in the Go Battle League. I'm actually going to be trying out a Grumpig team because for some reason, I kept on losing to this Pokemon over and over again, so I figured might as well give it a go myself, see what it can do. And because it has Psywave, as well as Shadow Ball and Dynamic Punch, its coverage is amazing, its pacing's pretty good, got a lot of fast food pressure, it's a very safe Pokemon, and honestly, a lot of fun to use. I'm going to pair it up with Altaria as well as an Empoleon. It's a very strong core. I'm excited to see what this team can do. Real quick, before we get into the battles, I do want to ask if you're not currently subscribed to the channel, please consider doing so. It does help out quite a bit, and I'd really appreciate it. But let's get into the battles and see what this team can do. And first game of the day against Dune Bug 97. Well, if that isn't a way to start the day off, I don't know what is. We do see a Malamar lead, which my backline has some play into, although Grumpig does like avoiding this Pokemon. I guess we'll see how we play this out, because, like, Altaria's not bad here, especially against the Shadow, or non-Shadow Altaria, or non-Shadow Malamar. Like, if no Pokemon is Shadow in this matchup, I think it is better for Altaria, because the Dragon Breaths don't really end up doing more damage either way. I'll go here for a Sky Attack, just trying my best here to, I don't know, get any sort of chip damage that I can. I wouldn't be mad to see a no-shield. I wouldn't mad to see a shield here either, though. We do see a no-shield. I think I might be able to go for a full farm down here, which would be pretty nice if I could. He might try to, like, go for a foul play and snipe us down, though, with something in the back, so keep that in mind, potentially, if that is a play that he goes for. Oh, nice, okay. I'm gonna go for a Flamethrower here, just because I feel like, yeah, most things that could be in the back that I wouldn't want to see, likely a Flamethrower would be pretty good into. So we're gonna go for it here. We might get a shield, we might not. No shield, wow, okay. I mean, Empoleon's just a really good answer, obviously, so we'll bring this in. Corviknight comes in, alright. This is looking pretty good, because Empoleon is much better, much more consistent at taking care of Corviknight than really anything else on my team right now. Like, my Altaria is my best answer. But obviously here, my Grumpig doesn't really want to see it. So we'll see what's going to happen. They're going to go for potentially a payback, potentially just an air cutter. I'm going to no-shield this. It is an air cutter bait. Let's go. No boost, please. He gets the Dune Bug. Classic boost. Don't love seeing that, but I do get another Hydro Cannon off, which I do like seeing just a little bit more. So, if we see a double shield, actually, that's insane. What do we do here? It's like an air cutter doesn't knock us out. We force another payback out of him if we end up no-shielding this. I think that's not a terrible play. We do see an air cutter once again thrown. And now, unless he air cutters again, which he doesn't end up doing, I get a Hydro Cannon off. Either getting, well, I mean, he didn't have a shield left. He already double shielded. So we just guarantee at this point that this Pokemon is going to be pretty low on HP. We'll bring in Grumpig here, which should be able to get a Dynamic Punch off against this. Likely we see a bait again, right? I think that's what we're going to see a lot of right now, is yet another bait. But I think we have to shield. Well, just in case it's not, right? Because if that isn't a bait, like, we just lose the game on the spot. But Dynamic Punch should get the knockout here. The Ninetales is, you know, chipped down quite a bit thanks to the Flamethrower, but it's still around, right? So we have to make sure to not, like, do anything stupid here, like not tapping. That would be a way to lose the game. We have the Grumpig, though, with the Dynamic Punch. That's all we really need. Luckily, calling the Air Cutters on that Corviknight really helped out in that matchup. If we called those wrong, that would have been potentially awkward, but Grumpig in the back closes it out. Honestly, doesn't do as much as Altaria. Altaria put in so much work that game. GG's, Mr. Dune Bug. Oh, we got our next match, though. We will see Altaria into regular Steelix. Okay, I don't really have a hard counter to this, but I have super effective damage against this with my whole team, and oftentimes when I see Steelix, I see Fairy types, so I'm happy to see this here, I think. The awkward thing for Steelix is that it's going to be in a spot here where likely they don't have good charge attack pressure into us. Either it's going to be on Psychic Fangs or Crunch that they're going to be throwing. I mean, Psychic Fangs is a given, right? But the big question is on, like, what did they actually throw here? Okay, we see an Empoleon, or rather, a Feraligatr come in. I don't know where Empoleon came from there. But I'll go just for a Sky Attack, because I want to get his shield down if I can. I don't have a hard answer to this Pokemon. And if I get his shield down, I should be able to use my Empoleon here to wall the energy off just a little bit better. 9, 10, so they're at back-to-back Hydro Cannons. I can survive this. Hydro is a very strong attack, but since Empoleon is Water type, obviously we resist that, and likely they're not on Crunch either. Okay, so they're at 5, 6, 7, 8. Interesting that they're just over-farming here. They could have thrown the second Hydro Cannon first, but they let me get my Drill Peck off, so I do get to see if I want to shield this or not. And honestly, I don't know if I do. Because I'd have to double shield this matchup. Do I want to do that? I think the problem is if I double shield, they likely just snipe us down with that Steelix. So I'm going to let this go. They only have a Hydro Cannon right now, so if I bring in my Altaria, they will not get an Ice Beam off against us. So that's what we're probably going to do. They might think I have, like, Quagsire in the back, so I would be surprised to see them switch. They switch. So I guess they don't think I have Quagsire in the back, because they just hard swap and Florges. But I think that's fine. They'll go for a Chilling Water here, but getting my Altaria away from the Fairy type should hopefully be good. But this is not like a hard counter matchup one way or another, so a lot of game still left in play. Let's see if they want to shield this. I'd be a little bit surprised to see a shield at this point in the game, because if they do shield this up, then that Steelix is going to be just Flamethrower, and I should win, maybe. Well, we'll see, I guess, because they do actually shield that, which I wasn't really expecting. They throw after 5. I would imagine if they shield that, it's probably going to be another Chilling Water, right? Yeah, they're not going for a Trailblazer or anything crazy. Okay, I know I'm double debuffed, but this is still going to hurt quite a bit, so we'll just full send here, and I guess at this point we'll see what we can do. Do they farm us down with Fairy Winds? They switch, so I guess I switch no matter what. This game's gonna get weird, but we'll see what happens. Psychic Fangs? Okay. I'm gonna Flamethrower as quickly as I can, if possible. I would love to be able to get it off before a Psychic Fangs from them, like a second one, and it looks like we do land it. I hope this is enough damage to knock him out, or... I mean, it should knock him out, right? Yeah, okay. So Gator has a move on it. Florges has a move on it. So we should be in a very playable spot right now. I'd love to be able to switch out if I could. I can't just yet, though. Okay. They have that Hydro Cannon loaded that we have to keep in mind. But I think I can shield this up, and I think I just Psywave down that for Alligator. Okay, well, what if I just Sky Attack right when it comes in, so I can guarantee that I get my energy off? I don't know why they didn't just Hydro Cannon. I feel like they should have done that. Maybe they thought I was going to swap too. But now I just farm everything down. Okay, let's go. That was a little bit of a scary team. But I guess Altaria into Steelix is not as bad as you think, and Grumpig just neutral enough in the back to be able to close it out. Alright, we got our next battle. Let's see if Altaria can get another decent lead here. Alt into, well, no, this is not as great. Although our backline is designed to handle this, right? We have a Psychic and a Steel type, so we'll see what they want to do. They might go for like a Brutal Swing and then swap. But look at the Psywave damage. This damage here probably puts him into Sky Attack range. They built it to 5. I almost wonder if this is a Sludge. No, okay, so they're only at 1. And we see a Shadow Quag come in. 4, okay. This is going to be an interesting game, because I don't know how much play my Empoleon's going to have here, but I'm going to Dynamic Punch just because it is a little bit cheaper. 1, 2, so that's an Aqua Tail for sure. I'm going to shield this up just so I can probably try to put some pressure on. We'll see if this is a good idea. But like, if I get enough energy on my Altaria, I can go for Sky Attacks into that, the guy, the Weezing. So, we'll see what they're going to do. I don't think they can quite Mudshot us down here. Yeah, they don't even, like, build up that much. So they're at 2 right now. So 4 away from reaching a Stone Edge. I hope they don't get there, but they probably do. Oh, wow. They switch? Well, that's huge. I don't know why they do that. That's only 4 as well. I know for a fact that can't be a Dragon Claw. It takes 5 Dragon Tails to reach a Dragon Claw. Only a Brutal Swing coming through. And if they no-shield a Sky Attack at some point, they're going to be in farm down range. Okay, they're at 4 once again. Sky Attack's going to do a lot. I would love to see a shield, but I would be kind of surprised to see it. Yeah, they do let that go. But I think what I can do here is just bank a Sky Attack. I might even be able to farm this down. I'm not quite sure if that's possible. I'm just going to switch here. They do get a move off into us, but I think that's fine, because we have a lot of energy. I have energy on my Altaria. I have 3 Metal Sounds here, and Brutal Swing doesn't do a whole lot to me, right? I can just Hydro this as quickly as I can, just to guarantee at this point either I get a shield or potentially a KO if they let this go. Aqua Tail is resisted, so I don't know if they want a shield to get this off, but they do, okay. You know, I'm going to shield this up. It might be a bad play, but I don't think it is. I think it's actually a pretty good play, because Brutal Swing doesn't knock me out from here either. So if they bring this in to try to Brutal Swing us, like, that's totally fine. I should survive. Get the Hydro Cannon off. I still have a move on my Altaria, and that should be game. And honestly, even if this does knock me out, instead what I could do, well, actually it does knock me out, but then I just Sky Attack this, and then I Dragon Breath down the Quagsire. And I think that's also a pretty easy way to win. I'm actually a little bit surprised I didn't survive that Brutal Swing, but I guess maybe this is, you know, it's a Shadow Galarian Weezing. Maybe I should have known. But yeah, just Dragon Breath is all we need. It's a little bit closer than it could have been, but we'll take it. All right, next opponent. We shall see Altaria into Lickilicky. Okay. I don't hate this matchup, but I don't really love it either. I'm actually going to swap into my Grumpig, just because I have Dynamic Punch here. They do have Shadow Ball potentially they can throw into us, but I think I'm fine if they go for that. Because, I mean, first of all, I'll shield the first just no matter what. And second of all, I can start outpacing if they go straight Shadow Ball here. They do Body Slam bait, so nice bait, they're at 1. And they bring in Altaria, that's fine. Yeah, they're at a Sky Attack right now. Lickilicky plus Altaria. That's a pretty hard team to try to read. Like, what could be in the back? Basically anything. Very meta core by them. I'll go instantly for the Shadow Ball here, because I wouldn't mind either getting a shield or a lot of damage here, and if I can, I would love to swap back into my Altaria at some point. They do let that go, though. But I should get a full Psywave down. Grumpig's energy, Ghost and Fighting type damage, right? That's some of the best coverage you can ask for in the game. So if I have energy coming out of this matchup, I can likely get his shield back against whatever they bring in. They could bring in Lickilicky here, saying I am now in Body Slam range. They know that I have Altaria around. Who do they have in the back? They're thinking, oh, it's Empoleon, you know? That's pretty understandable, I suppose. One of the most neutral Pokemon in the game, and one of the best pairings, I guess, just with Altaria. I'll go here just straight for a Dynamic Punch, and I'm going to bring in my own Empoleon, because I don't think they can swap now. I got the Psywave damage off, which, if I'm being honest, that's actually pretty big. The Psywave damage should be able to make it so they might be in double Hydro Cannon range before I am. And if that's the case, then we should be in a pretty solid position here, where they need 3 attacks to knock us out. I might only need 2 for them. And Lickilicky, while it's not amazing for Altaria, it's also not terrible. Yeah, look at that damage. That's quite a bit more damage than they'd probably want to be taking right about now. We can go here for the no shield. And I guess we'll see if they swap at some point. I wouldn't be surprised to see a swap out at some point to try to catch a move, but honestly, even if they do, I don't know how much that would help them. Hydro Cannon once again gonna be thrown. We see a shield. That's fine by me. I could try to go for a catch here if I wanted to, but I feel like that's kind of risky. When instead, I can just kind of guarantee at this point that I knock out the Empoleon. So I still have Fast Move Pressure left this game. I have Metal Sounds. I have Psywaves. I have Dragon Breaths and Sky Attacks. But they are at 1 right now on that Lickilicky. 2, 3, 4. So they have a Shadow Ball. I think double Shadow Ball is the play they have to go for. They're at 5 right now. Okay. So 1 past the Shadow Ball. How much damage does this do? Not quite enough to 2-shot. I think we're fine here, because we just get 2 Sky Attacks off. And then that should make it so either that just straight up knocks out, or they're in farm down range. I'm pretty sure, though, that should 2-shot. They're at 2 right now. So 1 away from Body Slam. 3, 4, 5. I mean, they need to double Body Slam here if they can even get that energy, but I don't think they will. They do Body Slam this time. Are they at back-to-back, though? Oh, they actually are. Okay. That will make things, like, slightly scarier, but I think still very fine. I have a lot of Psywave damage here. I'm not really in rollout down range on my Grumpig just yet. I hope. Okay, we force energy here. That's all we really needed. That was a little bit dicier than I thought it would be, but this should be all of their energy down the drain. 1 Metal Sound should knock out the Lickilicky, and we should win the game. Another really close match there, but we're able to pull out a win when it's honestly not looking great for us for the first little bit of it. And we got our final opponent of the set here. I think we're 4-0 right now, so probably going to lose this one. Because I can never go 5-0. Not a great lead, not going to lie. We'll bring in our Grumpig here and hope for the best. Guzzlord comes in. And that is one of the best answers that they could really have for us here. It does survive a Dynamic Punch despite being a Dark-type Pokemon. So I don't love this necessarily. Yeah, that definitely is a 2-shot against us. And I don't think Dynamic Punch is ever going to be able to one-shot them here. But maybe I can get some energy. And energy advantage on my Altaria could maybe allow me to do something. I don't know. I think I have to no-shield this. Like, there's no chance I can shield this up right now. Empoleon already looks pretty strong this game, I'm not gonna lie. So likely the final Pokemon, I would imagine it's a Quagsire, right? There's no chance it's almost anything else. But I can get some energy here. I do have Flamethrower, right, on Altaria, so, I mean, Ice types aren't gonna be a hard wall to me, but they're not great, not gonna lie. It is a Shadow Quagsire in the back. That is the most surprising thing I think I've seen all day. Mud Shots are gonna add up. The charge attacks, though, are not. We get his shield there. 8, 9, 10. I don't think I can ever one-shot here, unfortunately, with a Hydro Cannon. I think the best I can do is, like, just chip him down quite a bit, yeah. I think I have to no-shield this, too, but I don't think it really matters. They Stone Edge, that's a nice play. Yeah. If I got that next Hydro Cannon off, I don't even think that really matters. That's just, like, that's as RPS as it gets. Like, realistically, if you're going to run a team to destroy mine, that one would do it. That's unfortunate. But still, 4-1 set's not bad. We're going to get all the way up to 28-20. Oh my goodness. Well, that's going to put our queue times in question here. Okay, well, we got our next match. We'll see Altaria into Shadow Sealeo. Okay, so continuing the trend of not super ideal leads, although I think Sealeo's a little bit less annoying for us than the Ninetales, just because I can at least do neutral Dragon Breath damage to them if I need to. And if they're going to go up to a Surf, I might as well shield this just in case they actually do throw it. We'll see what they're going to do, though. Yeah, they do, so that's a good shield. A lot of energy down the drain for them. Whoa, what? They bring in a Diggersby? That is by no means an answer to a Grumpig. I have Dynamic Punch. I have a lot of Psywave damage, too. And I think I just outpaced 3 moves here before they get to 2. 7, okay, yeah, I mean, if they go for Scorching Sands, I still even just outpaced to a Fire Punch after the fact. I can't believe they brought this in. Oh my goodness, please snipe down. Oh, I don't. But, you know, this is still good. If I could have knocked out there without taking the Scorching Sands, this would have been even better, though. Don't debuff me, that'd be really tragic. Thank you. And if Sealeo comes back in, I should be able to get a Dynamic Punch off into it. Okay, I do. That's big. Worst thing about this is they do get a farm down, but Empoleon walls his energy. And Altaria in the back should be in a pretty good spot now that Sealeo's out of the way, but maybe they have, like, 2 answers to it. And that could be annoying. Yeah, well, while the energy here, and just hope the final Pokemon, whatever it is playable for our Altaria. Surf isn't going to quite 2-shot us thanks to the resistance, right? Okay, honestly, I think I'm very fine with this matchup. Altaria, as we have seen already today, not unplayable into Lickilicky. Much more playable into Lickilicky than it is into Sealeo. So we'll just switch out here. Not even decent the switch clock. And we'll go here for a Sky Attack now. We're at 5. So, or they're at 5, rather. So they have a Shadow Ball +1. They do need a Shadow Ball us to knock us out. And we'll see what they're going to do. 6. So they're back-to-back body slams, actually. Maybe I should have CMP'd there. But I think it's fine either way. Because we survive this. Get the Sky Attack. Just in case they switch, let's throw it immediately. And they do swap, so that's a good thing that we just guaranteed to land this attack. If they sniped us down, that would have been pretty bad. And now they're in Metal Sound downrange. I can straight up go for just 2 Hydro Cannons into that Lickilicky, and we should be fine. No shield this. It's going to do more than a Shadow Ball could. And I guess we'll see what they do. They probably are going to just try to get to 2 body slams with that Lickilicky, but they need to be they need to be at back-to-back body slam right now to even win the game. And yeah, Lickilicky, it just dumped a Shadow Ball a second ago, so I think they're only at 3. They should be 2 away from the next body slam. Okay, nice. Let's go. That was An interesting team. Wait, triple week to fighting. What was that team? I can see why Grumpig was so good into that. Jeez, dude. Okay. And our next opponent here. We'll see Altaria up against Malamar. Again, I do like to see this here because my Grumpig doesn't want to be against it. And Superpower would do a lot to my Empoleon as well. But we'll see what they want to play this out like, because if they no-shield, we did see I can just farm down into zeros, come out with a charge attack. I wouldn't be surprised to see a shield from them at some point. Let's see what they do. Sky Attack should be able to put them down pretty low either way. I'm happy to see that no-shield. Getting this thing low is going to be really helpful for the backline. They'll throw Foul Play into us. Maybe they're on Hyper Beam. They did build up a lot of energy. But Hyper Beam would not knock us out from here. No, just a Foul Play. Easy live. They'll get another one right about now. But that's fine. I think we can Dragon Breath down, right? We did last time. If they try to snipe us down, I gotta be ready to swap out, because my HP will get pretty low. They do not. Okay. Well, let's see what I need to throw here. Either Flamethrower or Sky Attack. They are waiting. I hate this so much. What are they doing? Okay. Well, it's a good thing that I landed this into them. Flamethrower is going to put them down pretty low, actually. And I think the play here is just bring in my Empoleon. Don't give him a farm down if I can help it. Okay, we bait out a Shadow Quagsire. Not actually, like, the worst matchup, because I do resist all the charge attack pressure here. I think what we can do is we just leverage a shield advantage, farm down with Grumpig, and hopefully win the game after the fact. They shield the first, that's amazing. There's my shield advantage I wanted. Man, their team is actually so soft to Altaria. Malamar, Quag, Corviknight. I guess that's a pretty fun team. Like, I've used that team myself. They double shield? Wait, is that not just game over? That's crazy to me. That's crazy they double shield that. But alright. Stone Edge needs to be thrown to knock me out. I think if they don't throw another move, I just get another Hydro Cannon off. Yeah. I think I'm fine letting this go. Because a Hydro is not enough in this range anyway. I might as well just build up energy on my Grumpig now. But they do have a lot of energy here. As well as energy on that Corviknight, at least a little bit of it. I would imagine they just spam out charge attacks here. So I'll let this one go. They know at this point that if they put me into air cutter range, that makes things a lot less awkward. Okay. Well, we just get to back-to-back dynamic punches, and we should be very fine. Or if they don't even throw energy, I just dynamic punch. If this doesn't knock out, I bring an Altaria, and I force them to throw energy against that. Yeah, let's just switch here. Although they don't actually throw energy, so maybe that's bad that I did that. If they can farm us down with Quagsire, that would be, like, slightly scary. What am I talking about? It's a Mudshot user. That's not happening. We have Sky Attack ready to go. We still have 2 shields, by the way. Just putting that out there. They just stopped throwing charge attacks at some point. Okay, well, that was a good win. Again, Malamar, a pretty good matchup, I guess, for Altaria. Love to see it. Next battle. Altaria up against Shadow Malamar. Okay, we've been seeing a lot of regular Malamar. Shadow Malamar, I think, actually puts a little bit more work in this matchup. I think my Dragon Breaths do the same exact amount of damage. So while my Sky Attack will hurt a little bit more, it just ends up being a little bit better for them, where they can 2-shield farm us down if they land a Foul Play. Which, I mean, they do outpace us to that as well. Sky Attack gets a shield, alright. I think the play in this matchup is going to just be, let them throw 2 Foul Plays, take the shield advantage, come in Empoleon here to try to build up some energy, and then hopefully my Grumpig, once Malamar is out of the way, is going to be a little bit happier. Yeah, they throw really quickly there too. That's kind of crazy, like, almost instant throw. We'll let this go. We'll come in Empoleon, as I said. They're basically in Dynamic Punch range too, so if they do switch out, as long as I have energy on my Grumpig, I'm not in that bad of a spot. I could throw immediately here to try to snipe down their energy, but, you know, I think it's also fine just to build up. Almost certainly a Foul Play coming through. But I might as well shield, because even a Foul Play would hurt quite a bit. Drill Peck, just in case they try to catch on something funny. But honestly, I think Hydro Cannon most of the time is just about as efficient of a move to throw. They probably let this go now. Yeah. What comes in? Okay, Corviknight's actually not that bad for us to see, because I have enough energy here to get to back-to-back Hydro Cannons before they're going to be able to even get a payback off. So that's nice. With that said, if they do bait us, they can just barely outpace us to an Air Cutter plus a payback. So, do they bait? I probably should have thrown the Hydro Cannon immediately, because now I really open myself up to a bait. Oh, no, they full send. You know, good on them. I should have shielded that, I guess. That's on me. I did not expect the full send. Oh my goodness, imagine if I would have shielded, they had a Carbink in the back. No, I think this is just bulky enough that it will put in too much work here against me because they have so much energy. Psywave is adding up though. Maybe I come out of this with like back-to-back attacks and I'm fine. We'll Shadow Ball here, and I think after this Shadow Ball, I need to Psywave all the way down. Nice catch though by them. Oh my goodness, that is an insane full send in my opinion. If that's in the back, like, I would personally always just go for the play where I just go straight Air Cutter, just to get the damage off against the Empoleon. But this might still be playable here, because I'll get a lot of energy. And Carbink is slow, right? So as long as I don't get a second move off. Okay, was that a CMP? I hope that wasn't a CMP. If it was, well played. If it wasn't, then I'm happy. Oh, it's a CMP. Maybe an Air Cutter's thrown? I don't know. They would not Air Cutter. They would just payback. There's no reason to do anything else. Oh my goodness. I had a chance there. I needed to react half a second quicker or shield the payback, and that would have been a win. Alright, that was an embarrassing loss. We cannot let that be something that just takes away from the fact that we're doing well today. We gotta come back from that. And we see a Togekiss in the lead. I am a big fan of Togekiss. I don't know why I did a Dragon Breath before swapping out there, but, you know, I am a fan of Togekiss, but I don't want to stay in that matchup if I can help it. And we actually see Lickilicky come in. And honestly, Lickilicky, not really an answer to Grumpig, I don't think. I don't, though, want to go down 2 shields. Oh, wow, they Body Slam bait? That's fine. I don't get one-shot by Shadow Ball anyway. I'm kind of surprised by the Body Slam bait, though. Well, we'll see what they do now. I'd probably get a shield here with 1 dynamic. Oh, wow. The first one, actually. So now they're at a Shadow Ball. But I just can't go down shields at this point, because we probably would expect at this point that in the backline is going to be a Pokemon... They do shield that. I would imagine there's a Pokemon in the back like a Quagsire. And if I go down shields against the Togekiss, I get worse here on my Empoleon. That's also pretty bad for us. Shadow Ball hurts. It might put us into farm down range, actually. If it doesn't, I'm so happy. Okay. Well, it's down to Empoleon to try to win this game, then. I thought I'd survive that, actually. Maybe I'm just bad at this game. Maybe I'm the worst player in existence. But we're fine. We can come back. Shadow Ball does hurt, but I can Sky Attack this to knock him out. And I'm at a point where Psyshock doesn't knock out Altaria. So that's not terrible. Togekiss's biggest drawback is it's not really a fairy type as much as it is just like, I don't know, so it's more of a fighting type Pokemon half the time. Okay, let's bring this in. Metal Sounds will hurt, but they'll probably try to catch a move. I bet they try to catch a move at some point here. I don't love that. But the Metal Sounds will put them into a range where maybe a Sky Attack could be enough to knock them out. Ooh, Mudshot Diggersby comes in. That's kind of scary. I don't think a Scorching Sands knocks us out here, but I think especially because they're on Mudshot, they have enough fast move pressure against me that I'm not in a great position. Oh my goodness, that does so much. I think the play here, though, is I just need to farm this down. I need to farm this down with Altaria. If I have enough energy for the Togekiss, I can still maybe win this. They're purified. Is this a return? Oh, no. Okay. I thought with the way they were building up there, it might have been. But no, it's not, which is good. But the game's still going to get so close, because Diggersby is a very spammy Pokemon. These Pecks even are putting down my HP quite a bit. I need to knock this out before I take any more fast move pressure. And I need to hope I can Dragon Breath down the rest of that Diggersby. We'll see, dude. I have no idea. They're already out of move? I don't know. I think I still have the charge move, but if they get a second one off, that's game over. And since they are on Mudshot, they are a little bit spammier, but I guess the fast move pressure here is a lot lower against us right now. Oh, let's go. Okay. Okay. That one was a little bit dicey, but we came back. We came back from the Togekiss. All right, we got our next opponent. We will see Altaria up against a Shadow Swampert. That's one of the best seeds I could see, I'm not going to lie. We'll see, though, what they have in the back. Okay, Lickilicky is not bad to see at all. I didn't know what normal type was coming in, so I was a little bit slow on the counter swap here. I'm going to shield the first move, because I feel like, well, first of all, they're at 5, it could be an Earthquake, but second of all, it's not going to be a Body Slam, so I guarantee that I don't shield baits later on. 2, 3, 4. And Empoleon into Shadow Swampert can actually put in a decent chunk of work, just because I resist the charge attacks. Unless they're on Earthquake, but that takes so long to reach. I have back-to-back Hydro Cannons. I could have thrown on CMP there, but honestly, I don't mind taking one Shadow Ball at least. I can overfarm a lot of energy here. And if they want a double shield to try to win switch advantage, then that Swampert's going to be even more useless than they probably would want it to be. 3. So they have a Body Slam now, but I have back-to-back Hydro Cannons, so we'll see what they do. I would imagine we see a no shield, and then they farm us down with Swampert. Yep. Hello? Can I throw my charge attack, please? I don't know if I survive long enough here to get my next Hydro Cannon through. I think they probably mudshot us down. 6, yeah, okay. We'll bring this back in. It's one of the best walls to it in the game. And they bring in a Florges here, which, if we're being honest, Florges is not the best answer in the game to an Altaria. So, as long as I get the final shield here, I should be able to side move them into Sky Attack range. And maybe win that way. Or, okay. I also wonder, potentially, could they be on Moonblast? I have seen Moonblast on a few Florges in my time. They do let that go. 5, 6, 7. I mean, I think I always shield this. There's no reason not to. If I no shield and I end up getting Moonblasted, I'm in a really bad spot. Yeah. And I do need to get the shield here no matter what. They could swap into Swampert and try to combo play me, so I'm going to throw just immediately. We'll force energy out of the Swampert here. And then it's going to be down to Swampert against Altaria, which we should be in a very fine spot against. They throw really quickly here, too. They could have overfarmed just a little bit more energy if they wanted to, but I think they only have one Sludge ready to go right now. But I do need 2 Sky Attacks, with the fact that they are, they have a shield. Okay. I think 3 Sludges could come close to knocking us out, though. So if they can reach that, that could be bad for us. Yeah, 3 Sludges should be enough. If they reach it. Big if. But, you know, Swampert is very spammy. That's the main change this season. A lot more pacing than it used to have. Uh-oh, I think they're there. I think they have us. I think they literally beat us by a single turn. Unless, like, I'm off by 1. But, like, they wouldn't have thrown then if they didn't have the move ready. Wow. You know, honestly, I'm kind of impressed by them right now. Really well played. Swampert, with the amount of energy that it just got there, like, they overfarmed perfectly. They leveraged that thing to their advantage. It's not like the old days where that matchup was so bad for Swampert. It's actually a little bit playable. But also, maybe I could have played better. I don't know exactly what I could have done. I'll take a 3-2, though. Yeah, I think Grumpig is a little bit underrated right now this season. I know that a lot of people were trying it out around my elo, but I haven't seen a lot of people just in general giving Grumpig a go. I feel like with its coverage and flexibility, it's one of the most fun Pokemon to use. It's got some bulk on it as well, so give it a go if you have one. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, take care, and I'll see you in the next one.